are leaving Tangier, headed to Madeira for a little 600-mile, 6-day sail offshore. When the hell did I ever think I would sail off the coast of Africa to an island called Madeira, and then to the Canaries, and then across the Atlantic? Pretty freaking cool.
Don't really like seeing the tools out when you're underway. Once again, it's our favorite conditions and not the conditions the Autopilot likes. Ugh. What is that noise?
There it is. So they put a new pump in. I wonder what could be doing that. It's so weird. Isn't that weird?
That's not a nice sound.
No, it's not.
So this is a brand new pump. Maybe that's what it sounds like. It's when there's a lot of strain on the rudder. You know what I mean? Like when it's really trying to pull it over is when it does it.
Kind of a bummer. Sure would be nice to have confidence that it was working properly. It's a little bit frustrating for sure. Or at least to have a clear answer as to what to expect. I definitely would prefer not to hear a grinding noise, particularly from the Autopilot, and then especially because the Autopilot's rigged up right behind our bed. So when you're underway, there's just no way to sleep when the Autopilot's on, and every few seconds you're getting this massive grinding noise. That's just not the kind of sound anybody wants to hear coming from their boat. I mean, I can feel the whole deck vibrating underneath me, and I'm sitting on the step here. We've got one reef in the main sail, all of the jib out, and we're doing 9 knots with pretty modest seas. This is like perfect sailing conditions.
Yeah, it's working really hard.
We're gonna try experimenting with the settings on the Autopilot. Let's see if we can, maybe by reducing the response time on the Autopilot, we can ease up some of the pressure on that system and then reduce the likelihood of the grinding noise.
It almost feels like drag in the floor.
Please don't go out, Autopilot. That would be very unfortunate. It's second reef time. We've already maxed out our current conditions, so it's appropriate to adjust the sails.
There we go. How are we looking? Looking good. Cool. There we go. We're rocking.
Perfect. And 9 knots lead over down.
Cool.
Exciting.
Back at it. It's not making that noise anymore either. Sailing off Africa. We're doing about 9-10 knots, and the boat's really comfortable. We have 2 reefs in the main and all of our Geno out. We're running pretty good. Just lazy sailing.
Yeah, it's nice. Very nice.
We have our little Iridium Go, and so we just download the weather map and the grid files and the wind and the waves and all that fun stuff. And then we use PredictWind's weather forecasting tool, so we can do departing planning, weather planning, in real time when we're out here. So it makes our life a lot safer and easier.
Look at that way.
We've just opted to take our dive a bit early, just to avoid a collision course with the tanker off of our starboard. For ambitious people used to doing it all, prone to FOMO, and always seeking the new and exotic, Offshore imposed mindfulness helps to calm internal chatter and restore balance.
Last night, I couldn't really sleep. I laid in bed trying to figure out, do we have enough food? What if the refrigerator doesn't work? What if the propane turns off? And then I got Kelly, and Kelly was like, Dave, we have enough food, calm down. Getting excited to get back into the rhythm of sailing offshore. It's hard the first 24 hours, and then you just get into this really like relaxed, like methodically realize like, hey, the boat's not sinking, and start reading and sleeping and relaxing and doing what really gets you to come offshore again and again and again. First morning of our crossing to Madeira. We're just kind of coming up and around the tip of, what is that, Portugal? Yeah, so we're coming up and around the tip of Portugal right now, and there's the Atlantic and then the Gibraltar Straits are pushing all this energy. So we've got this extremely confused sea state, and there's all this energy getting pushed here. So we've got these two conditions that are converging here.
We got our first squid on the deck. Hi, squid. How did he end up hook here?
Did our squid go overboard?
Yeah, I did.
Dun 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 dun. He could have been tasty.
Taking it to the paper. First stop, Porto Santo. Right there. And then the island, main island proper. So far we've already done some exciting bits. Exciting bits including picking up the boat in France, not far from Nantes, traversing across the Bay of Biscay and around that cape into a small town called Bayona just south of Vigo. From Vigo roughly to Porto, and Lisboa, Faro, Cadiz, Gibraltar, Tangier, and now we're somewhere around here on our way to Porto Santo, and then main island of Madeira, before continuing on south to the Canaries via a few other little island groups. I spotted a mythical creature.
What?
I'm not even kidding you. There's a mythical creature on this map.
Yes.
I'm serious. There's a unicorn seamount and a dragon seamount, and I can't believe we're not going to go check those seamounts out. They're probably super deep, but either way, how cool is that? A unicorn, a lion, and a dragon hanging out just below the surface. Awesome. Just setting our basic heading. We want to stay roughly on either side of that, and it is 254 degrees. And now we're going to measure the total distance as the crow flies. Then we'll divide that in half and have our midpoint. And then we'll see if we can't use that super fancy sextant to track our location and identify our halfway point so that we can celebrate. Marking the sun and horizon in degrees and minutes, time and day, we confirm our route and position. If the calculations are true, 2 lines of position advanced for the time between will fix a rough location. We use the sextant to find our halfway, our interstellar point of party. Why not celebrate? It is 568 nautical miles from our departure in Tangier to our final destination for this one leg, which is in Madeira, Porto Santo. And so the halfway point will be...
That should be our midpoint at about, should be about 284.
284, roughly. 11 degrees, 18 minutes west as our midpoint on our way. We still have a little ways to go, so that will be our next celebration point. David, guess what?
What?
Party time.
No.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Just want them to know.
It's about to get good. It's a good workout. You missed the celebration dance party. What were you doing?
Dancing?
Dancing in your head?
No.
What were you doing for real?
Scheming. We've got another catamaran over here that's obviously maybe going to Madeira too, and it'd be a shame if they beat us there.
Yeah.
A real shame. So I'm conspiring. How to make sure we might get there a little quicker.
All right, Betsy, let's do this.
This is saying this is the fastest route.
The red route?
The red route. Those guys are probably on something like that yellow route. Does this give us a greater advantage, or does that give us a greater advantage?
We've already overtaken them by a good distance.
Well, we'll figure out if they made the right decision, because they're gonna be doing this, and we're gonna be coming to that point and then tacking straight up on them. Highly competitive here. Don't make me start the motors.
Oh, that wouldn't be fair.
Fine.
Two boats within sight of each other is a race, no matter what you think. We're walking away from Babsy. They're doing about three knots. We're doing almost 7 knots.
Oh wow.
Makes
So our
us feel good.
strategy might have paid off.
Yes. But they're obviously in the wind now, so
This is exciting.
never know.
What you got there? Another!
That's perfect, because we need one more. It'd be nice to get like a nice 20 or 30 pounder. We got mahi.
Look at that, that's gorgeous. Such a great job on the fish, David. Fish tacos.
Ooh, that sounds good. Do we have any tortillas?
Oh yeah, we got it all. We're headed straight into the sunset, making some good time. We motored for an hour or so just to catch up to the wind, and the strategy's paid off.
This is really nice. We keep this up all night.
I know, it's perfect.
It really is. Disconnect from your cell phone.
With the people and the ideas that you care about in the middle of a desolate and harsh environment. Relying on oneself.
Look at that sunset.
Good times here in the morning watch. The moon is setting and the sun is rising. I think the whole crew is really excited about visiting Madeira. It is a pretty neat couple of islands and has some cool history. It is described as maintaining its traditional charms and not being too overrun by or manipulated into a tourist destination, which is exciting. Hopefully we will be able to procure a permit to visit the smaller outer islands, which are farther along our journey towards the Canaries. Those islands are now all nature preserves, which is really neat. So I'm excited to check that out and enjoy a place I don't think I would have been to otherwise. I mean, I didn't even know about it, honestly.